am extremely glad. Now, this is a surprise, my boy. How are you?
Thank you, and how may you be getting on?
Oh, we get along somehow, my angel, thanks to your prayers and so on. But sit down, please do. Now, you know you shouldn't forget all about your neighbors, but why are you so formal in your makeup? Evening dress, gloves, and so on. Could you be going somewhere, my treasure?
No, I've come only to see you, Honor Stepanovich.
Why an evening dress? As if you were paying a New Year's Eve visit.
Well, you see, it's like this. I've come to you, Honor Stepanovich, to trouble you with a request. Not once or twice have I had the honor of applying to you for help, and you've always been, so to speak, forgive me, I'm very excited. I shall drink a glass of water, Honor Stepanovich.
He's come for money. I shan't give him any. Well, what is it, my Eugene?
Well, you see, Honor Stepanich, I beg pardon, Stepan Honorich. I mean, I'm very excited, as you will please notice. In short, only you can help me. Although I don't deserve it, of course, and have no reason to count on your consent.
Oh, don't go round and round it, my boy. Spit it out. Well?
One moment, just this very minute. The fact is, I've come here to ask for the hand of your daughter, Natalia Stepanova, in marriage. Oh.
Say it again. I didn't hear it all.
Have the honor to ask for the hand of your...
Oh, my dear fellow, I am so glad and so hard. Yes, indeed, and all that sort of thing. I've been holding for it for such a long time. It's been my continual desire. And I've always loved you, my boy, as if you were my own son. Oh, may God grant you his help, his love, and so on. I did so much hope. But why am I carrying on in this imbecilic way for? I'm absolutely beside myself with joy. Absolutely beside myself. Why, with all my soul. I'll just go fetch Natasha.
Honor Stepanovich, you think I might be able to count on her consent?
Of course, my boy. As if she won't consent. She's in love. Egad, she's like a lovesick cat and so on. I shan't be long.
Oh, it's cold. I'm trembling all over, just as if I have an examination before me. The great thing is I must have my mind made up. If I give myself time to think, to talk a lot, to hesitate, to look for an ideal or real love, I'll never get married. Oh, it's cold. Natalia Stepanova is an excellent housekeeper. He's not bad looking, well educated. Well, what do I want? Oh, I'm getting the ringing in my ear from excitement. It is impossible for me not to marry. I'm 35, a critical age, so to speak. On the other hand, I ought to start leading a more quiet and regular life. I suffer from palpitations. I get excitable and I'm always getting awfully upset. At this very moment, my lips are trembling. And there's a touching my eyebrow. Oh, but the very worst of it is how I sleep. No sooner do I get into bed, I begin to nod off, when suddenly there's a pull in my left side, and I can feel it in my shoulder and my head, and I jump up like a lunatic and I walk around. And no sooner do I get back into bed, when there's another pull. Oh, and this may happen 20 times.
Well, there it's you. If Papa said go, there's a merchant come for his schools. How do you do, Ivan Vasilievich?
Oh, and how do you do, Honor Natalia Stepanova?
You must excuse my apron and negligee for shelling peas for drying. Why haven't you been here for such a long time? Oh, sit down. Won't you have some lunch?
Oh, no thank you, I've already had some.
Oh, then smoke. Here are the matches. Oh, the weather is splendid now, but yesterday it was so wet that the workmen didn't do anything all day. How much hay do you smoke? Oh, just think. I felt greedy and had a whole field cut, and now I'm not at all pleased about it because I'm afraid my hay may rot. I ought to wait a bit. What's this? Why, you're an evening dress. Well, I never. Are you going to a ball or what, though? I must say. Better. Tell me, why are you cut up like that?
Well, you see, Natalia Stepanova, the fact is I'm here to ask you to hear me out. Of course, she'll be a little surprised and perhaps a little angry. Oh, it's cold.
Well?
I shall try to be brief. You must know, Honored Natalia Stepanova, that I have long since my childhood, in fact, had the privilege of knowing your family. My late aunt and her husband, late mother. The Lomos and the Chubukovs have always had the most friendly, and might I say the most affectionate regard for each other. And as you know, my land is near neighbor to yours. You remember that my oxen meadows touch your birch woods.
Well, excuse my interrupting you. You say my oxen meadows, but are they yours?
Yes. Mine, but
what are you talking about? Oxen meadows are ours, not yours.
No, mine, honored Natalia Stepanova.
Well, I never knew that before. How do you make that out?
How? I'm speaking, of course, of the oxen meadows which are nestled between your birch woods and the burnt marsh.
Yes, they're ours.
No, you're mistaken, honored Natalia Stepanova. They're mine.
I just think, Ivan Vasilyevich, how long have they been yours?
How long? As long as I can remember.
Oh, really? You won't get me to believe that.
It's, as you can see from the documents, honored Natalia Stepanova, that it's true. Oxen meadows were once the subject of dispute, but now everyone knows that they're mine. There's nothing to argue about. You see, my aunt's grandmother gave the land in perpetuity to the peasants of your father's grandfather, in return for which they were to make her bricks. Now the peasants, having used the land for over 40 years, he got as accustomed to it as it was their...
It isn't at all like that. Both my grandfather and my great-grandfather reckoned that their land extended to Burnt Marsh, which means that Oxen Meadows are ours. I don't see what there is to argue about. It's simply silly.
Let me show you the documents, honored Natalia Stepanova.
And now you're simply joking or making fun of me. What a surprise. Oh, we've had the land in our family for nearly 300 years, and then all of a sudden we're told it isn't ours. Oh, Ivan Vasilyevich, I can hardly believe my own ears. These meadows aren't worth much to me. They come to 13.5 acres and are perhaps 300 rubles, but I can't stand unfairness. Say what you will, but I can't stand unfairness.
Hear me out, I implore you. The peasants of your father's grandfather, as I've already had the honor of explaining to you, used to make bricks for my aunt's grandmother. Now, my aunt's grandmother, wishing to make them a pleasant...
I can't make head or tails of all this about aunts and grandfathers and grandmothers. The meadows are ours, and that is all.
Mine!
Ours! You can go on proving it for 2 days on end. Oh, you can go and put on 15 dress jackets. But I'll tell you, the meadows are ours. Ours. Ours! I don't want anything of yours, and I don't want to give up anything of mine, so there.
Natalia Ivanova, I don't want the meadows, but I'm acting on principle. If you wish, I will make you a present of them.
I'll make you a present of them myself because they're mine. Oh, your behavior, Ivan Vasilyevich, is strange to say the least. Up until this, we've always thought of you as a good neighbor, a friend. Last year we lent you our threshing machine, on which account we had to put off our own threshing until November. But you behaved to us as if we were gypsies! Giving me my own land, indeed. No, really, that's not at all neighborly. In my opinion, it's even impudent if you want to know.
Did you make out that I am a land grabber? Madam, never in my life have I grabbed anybody else's land, and I shan't allow anyone to accuse me of having done so! Oxen meadows are mine!
It's not true, now!
Mine!
It's not true. I'll prove it. I'll send my mowers to the meadows this very day.
What?
My mowers will be there this very day.
I'll stab them in the neck!
Oh, there!
Madam, please understand, oxen meadows are mine! Mine!
Mine, don't shout! Oh, you can shout yourself hoarse in your own house, but here, I must ask you to restrain yourself!
Madam, if it wasn't for this excruciating confrontation, if my whole insides weren't upset, I would speak to you in a different way. But oxen meadows are mine! Just mine!
What's the matter? Why all the shouting?
Oh, Papa, please tell to this gentleman who owns Oxen Meadows, we or he.
Darling, the meadows are ours.
But really, Stepanovich, how are they yours? Do be a reasonable man. My aunt's grandmother gave the meadows for the temporary and the free use to the peasants of your father's grandfather. They haven't used the land for over 40 years.
I precious that you forget just this, that the peasants never paid your grandmother and all that because the meadows were in dispute and so on. And now everyone knows that the meadows are ours. It means you haven't seen the plan.
I will prove to you that they are mine.
No, you won't prove it.
I shall!
Why yell you should know that if you propose to go on arguing about this, well, I would much sooner give up the meadows to the peasants than to you. There!
I don't understand. How have you the right to give away somebody else's property?
You may take it that I know whether I have the right or not, because I'm not used to being spoken to in that tone of voice. Young man, I am twice your age, but ask you to speak to me without agitating yourself and so on.
No, you just consider me a fool and want to have me on. You call my land yours, and then you want me to talk to you calmly and politely. Well, good neighbors don't behave like that, Stepan Stepanovich. You're not a good neighbor. You're a land grabber.
Papa, send the motors to the meadows at once.
What did you say, sir?
Oxen meadows are ours, and I shan't give them up. Shan't give them up. Shan't give them up.
We'll see. I will take this matter to court, and then I'll show you.
Oh, you can take it from me. Yes, you can. I know you. You were just looking for a chance to take something to court. You petty father. All your people are like that. All of them.
Don't you worry about my family. The Lobos have always been an honorable family, and not a single member of my family has ever been accused of embezzlement. Unlike your grandfather.
Oh, the Lobos had lunacy in their family. All of them. And your grandfather was a drunkard, and your younger aunt, Natalia Mikhailovna,